YouTube, this is White One Auto. So before we get into the video of what we're doing next to the Chevelle, I wanted to touch on a point. We have completely blown the budget in this thing. We started out with $10,000 and that thing is gone. I think up to date, I got a tally around $13,000 in parts. And that was primarily done on purpose because I want to show everybody something that when you start out with a project, you need to have a budget and you also need to have a plan. If you deviate from that plan, your budget is dead. So we were starting out doing this thing for $10,000, used engine, used transmissions. We switched engine, we switched transmission, we switched pretty much everything. And we're gonna switch a lot more coming up. So when you make major changes like that, your budget completely goes out of the window. So if you wanna stay on time and stay on budget, whatever you plan to start doing from the beginning, you have to stick with it. So now let's get into and see what changes we got coming. Thanks. Means that this intake is not gonna stay. And what we're switching to right here, we have a whole box of Holley goodies here. So you see that part number there? That is a throttle body. This is 8 coils. This is the Holley valve covers. And the intake that we're gonna use is this one right here. So it's still a fuel injection intake, but it takes a single throttle body size. And that's what I originally wanted to do. So this is the part number for that. This is the injectors that we're gonna use. These are 42-pound high impedance injectors because we are still using them with our Terminator X for now. Let's see if we can get our valve covers out here. So these are our valve covers that are going to replace the factory valve covers. They have the addition to hide the coils underneath the valve covers. And we are going to run these black MSD coils. We also have a new Holley coil harness here to replace our factory one, and a black finished throttle body. So let's see if we can get this thing open here. Let me find something. We also have, this is our radiator for the car. This is a cold case radiator with the dual 14-inch fans. We haven't broken that thing out yet. Let's try to So this throttle body here is a 1000 CFM throttle body from Holley, and it comes pretty much complete from Holley. So you got your IX sensor, your intake air temp sensor, a bunch of vacuum ports there, as well as your throttle position sensor. And this will use like your carburetor style linkage. And it's just a hat to force air through this beautiful split design intake manifold. And then these rails will contain our injectors, and all of that will replace our LS1 car intake. So we won't be using this, and we're also going to replace those valve covers. So I think this will give it a much cleaner look as to going what I'm toward. And we are trying to get oil pressure really, really quick here. So thank you for continuing to like and subscribe with us. If you got any questions or comments, remember to drop it down there. And yeah, soon we will see a video with some oil pressure and some more parts on here and a drive. White One Auto out.